I'm impressed. Excellent connection. You're live. Okay. So my other screen should be... Hey, look at that. Okay. Refreshed. All right. Let's go here. How is everybody doing? Here I am, back to opine to myself in the middle of the night. A little earlier than last night there. Oh, gosh, darn. What was that, 2 a.m. or 1 a.m. I went on? Ugh. This is close to midnight, but hey, whatever. I just like to come on and chat myself up. Oh, good day here. Good day. Hope everybody else had a... Okay, I really hate to give a Monday credit, but it was a good Monday. It really was. It was a pretty nice day. Sorry, I am moving some stuff out of the way. An animal pushed in my way there. So, yeah. It was a good Monday. We had actual temperatures that weren't horrendous. We had... Why did this move? We had... I had plenty of good time to get outside today and actually do some real yard work. Uh-oh, excellent connection, but it's doing something on my screen. That one's still going. We'll see what happens. Because on my studio, it's doing something weird, and I don't understand why, because it says excellent connection. But this one's still going. So that's really cool. I wonder what that means. That means YouTube is stupid. Oh, my Lord, my Lord. Yes, my laugh gets no better, and I do not know what this is doing. Okay, there it goes. It was quite interesting. Not sure what that was all about, but okay. Because the stream on my other second screen was still going, but on the studio app, it was zzz. I'm like, well, okay. It looks like it's going, it does look a little unfocused. Okay. Well, that's great, but I was in the middle of giving Monday some credit for not going after me today, and then it does that. So, okay, well, thanks a lot, Monday. Had to get a little nibble at me, I guess. Yeah, I got a lot of good yard work done today. There's good yard work, but it was fun, got a lot done. And, I was keeping my headphones on and listening to all the news and updates, and this morning I was on X and Rumble at the same time when the DDS attack happened. So that was interesting. I was a little mad at my Fire Stick at first. It was like, hey, what are we doing? And I'm on my phone and I'm noticing my X ain't going. I'm like, oh crap. What is going on? So that's when I knew something was up when two of them were having problems at once. So I hope everybody enjoyed that today. Whoa. What a fun thing that is. But yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about some of the craziness I found on Twitter, X, at the end of the stream. Also going to talk a little bit about Democrat rep who said something. Democrats say the darndest things about Trump. I don't think they believe their own shit. I think they really admire the man. I've said that before. I've said it before. When they've gone and attacked Trump for the economy right after he said he was going to fix it, to me it sounds like they thought he was so epic, he was actually going to fix it in the first days or weeks. That he'd be able to fix 4 years of Biden's clusterfuck in a matter of weeks and maybe a month. So to me it's like, wow, you guys really think Trump is amazing. You think he's a superhero. Where those of us who voted for him are going, yeah, this is going to suck. This is going to be rough. This is going to hurt. So I still think you fuckers think you think he's Superman. Hey, you can go to bed. I have no problem, buddy. I totally understand. I like to stand here. I am just as happy standing here opining to myself at times. Tell you what, it's less pressure when I know I'm talking to myself. How you doing, Jim? Yeah, it was nice today. Oh. Thing is, it's going to be up and down for the next, weeks yet. It looks like the next 5-6 days are looking decent. It looks a little rough after that. I see some 40s in my future casts. I'm not a happy fan about that. But yeah, it was darn nice. Even though anybody that has a house with a finished or partially finished basement has the same problem I do. around this time, 2 times a year, when, fall and kind of springish, early springish, when weather like this today, you have a problem. Your heat upstairs isn't running much, or / air conditioning, and the ground is either cold or warm still. So it's not running, so downstairs you're running by those walls, still bleeding, even insulated, whatever, bleeding some air in there. Tell you what, right now my basement down here, my den is actually chilly, and I have to run a quartz heater since our furnace isn't running worth a crap. I come down here, and it was like 59 degrees, 60 degrees. I'm like, whoa. On the other side, when summer's ending, the ground is still hot, and our air isn't running, and it can't get warm down here. It's like, son of a dink. So yeah, that was under shock. But yeah, Jim, I was outside all day today. I really was, and enjoyed it. And in case anybody wonders, no, you will not be seeing me full screen. I am not depending on the hotkeys. I've given up. I went through and reset them a couple times, and it works once or twice, and other times it doesn't. So I'm just going to manually pull the camera size down. Oh, sorry. I am trying to change my other screen orientation over here on my laptop. But yeah, it was a good day, and I'm glad if anybody else had a good Monday. I mean, it's hard to expect a good Monday, honestly. Oh, man. My dog, she took off. Our smaller dog hates when I'm online. As soon as I touch his computer, poof, she's gone. But yeah, we're going to hop into it here in a second. I'm still just following what other people told me. Don't just go in hot. Actually, sit and chit-chat and then go in. But yeah, I didn't hear tons of other news about Trump today. There's some news, they're pissing and moaning on MSNBC about how the Ukrainians are actually more American lately than America. Fuck you. That's all I got. I don't have the eloquence of a Tim Pool or something. Or even kind of the he of somebody else, of other channels. But I just, fuck you. Just really? You assholes. And I hate how they're comparing, well, we used to protect our allies in World War II. Assholes. Ukraine's not an ally. Ukraine has never really been an ally of America. Ukraine is known, boy, until you guys got this war going and shit, you gave less of a shit about Ukraine. Ukraine has been known for decades as one of the top 3 most corrupt countries in the world, and I think the number 1 or 2 money laundering country in the world. If you were looking to launder money for anything, BLM or government people, that's where you did it. Why do you think the Bidens were involved in there for the last 2 decades or more? A lot of people don't realize the documents they found that Joe Biden had taken home, top secret documents, when he was senator, not even VP, senator. That is illegal as effing hell. That's not president. That's not even VP, which it was illegal for him to do it as. Senator. The documents they found from when he brought home accidentally from when he was senator were all to do with Ukraine. So don't tell me this shit with Ukraine is it's a new thing or it's an oopsie. He was taking documents home for over a decade on Ukraine. That is horseshit right there. The very fact that we haven't jailed his man's family. So, I'm tired of it. But yeah, let's see. I have a shower in my basement. It's too cold downstairs right now. I don't have one yet done. I got what they call that, a half bath, and you have toilet, sink. But I'm working on doing the shower down here. I'm not I fix cars. Doing other stuff in a house, that's out of my wheelhouse, but I'm learning. I teach myself. All right, but yeah, that was my little kind of opening rant. But let's head on over to X, and I am going to shrink myself here so we can look at some of this. And I'm not using, and I keep saying it out loud, because maybe somebody in my software will see, what the hell? I've talked to him. Let me see, that might be making me too tiny, even though I'm not a very big guy anyway. All right, thousands report outages of Musk's platform in US and UK. Let's see here. I just got lost somewhere. There we are. So yeah, I I don't know anybody who was on earlier today. Like I said, I was watching Rumble. I was watching Steven Crowder's show. I was on my phone going through X, looking for stuff up today, and catching any news I may have missed. And I noticed my phone is not acting right. And about that time, I look up and Crowder's show is doing something weird. And I'm like, uh-oh. And then I go around and really go on my phone to go to some other feeds. And uh-oh, people are saying there's a DDoS attack, which is a type of cyber attack against X. And later than they were told Rumble, even though I'm like going, yeah, no shoot. So yeah, there is inklings going around where some people said it was traced back to Ukraine, but that doesn't mean anything because they can spoof, locations. You just gotta wonder if it really was Ukraine. I don't know. But yeah, over here at the BBC, Elon Musk's social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, experienced massive outages through Monday morning that impacted thousands of users in the US and UK. So about the time it was happening here, it would have been, 2 or 3, maybe 4 o'clock in the afternoon over in UK. I'd say between 2 and 3. It was about when it went down there. That's kind of primer times over there. It was kind of early-ish for us. Oh, there we go, right there. I hate this GMT crap. Don't use GMT on me. Just don't do that. I mean, what is that? 2 o'clock? I don't know. I always mix that up. Military time, whatever. The outage came as Platform Monitor Down Detector said it had seen tens of thousands of reports from U.S. users of technical issues affecting the platform. There were more than 8,000 outage reports from the UK users shortly before 1400 GMT. I'm betting that's 2 o'clock. Even, I know some military time, but the GMT crap, I hate that. Greenwich Mean Time. Following a brief but notable surge of reports on Monday morning. Okay, now the thing is, if there's 8,000 reported, a lot of people never report. We just cuss and try to figure out or go to another platform. Not everybody reports. So it's 8,000 reported. I'm going to say it's probably 3 times as many at least were affected. At least. Being construction great for I still have to pay for a plumber. I can do light plumbing, but yeah. Connection issues lasted for some users into the afternoon. Yep. Many users trying to access the platform and refresh feeds on its apps and desktop site during Monday's outages were met with a loading icon. It also affected your phone a little bit. I think after dinking around with my phone enough, I was able to get it to go on some of my stuff on X. I also was done doing my treatment center, so I went outside and had Rumble going on my phone while I was doing some work. And it was getting goofy. So it was able to go, but it was definitely having problems. They were a DDoS attack, and I have to explain, I'm not good at this, but people throw just tons of, like they can spoof being tons of, 1,000 phones at once, or 10,000 addresses, or people views, just throw it on and it overloads the servers. It's like adding hundreds of thousands of new viewers suddenly, stuff like that. And it overloads things, it just buries them. And it's what they did. They're burying the sites. So yeah, many users trying to access the platform, refresh feeds, and that is my dumb take on it, by the way. So don't go looking to me for that high tech. I can look it up and read DDoS again, but it's been a while since I looked into it. But essentially, that's what it is. They're able to make 10 to 100,000 accounts, just slam them all, viewing and pulling on servers. So, Musk claims the outages stemmed from a massive cyber attack that originated in the Ukraine area. But you can't be 100% sure. But the technology billionaire, who has been a frequent critic of Ukraine, you think? You think? And its President Volodymyr Zelensky, strange, only spelled as... The Brits usually like to spell his last name with 2 Y's, like it actually kind of is. Offered no evidence to support the claim, and did not say whether or not he thought state actors were involved. One, even if he has that evidence, he's probably not going to give it to you idiots right now because they're going through it and using it, and they don't want to warn somebody. So, earlier he posted on X that either a large coordinated group and or a country is involved. It does take usually a large group. There's some amazing hackers. But to take down X, which has some amazing brains there and some hella power, and even slower to take down Rumble, that's a lot. So I would say that's a biggie. I remember when Salty overwhelmed. Yeah, well, that was when Rumble was fresh. I mean, Rumble is a smaller platform. It is growing. Also, Steven Crowder has taken down Rumble. Some of his big live streams. There's been other people who've overwhelmed Rumble. I mean, you can't say that Rumble is going to be up to snuff where Google is on YouTube. YouTube is Google, which is Alphabet, which is a monster that's had 2 decades to set this up. So Rumble coming in fresh the last couple of years, for how little time they've been there, Rumble is doing amazing. I have to admit, I watch a lot more on Rumble now than I used to. Especially since, I'll tell you what, if anybody doesn't know this, the Rumble Premium, I get nothing, so just don't get on me here. I'm not somebody, buy Rumble Premium. I'm not one of the big guys getting any contracts here. I'm a nobody, but Rumble Premium is worth it. Because the ads on YouTube are getting nuts. And YouTube, without ads, costs a good amount. Rumble, it's like $100 a year. And a lot of the people on YouTube are also doing their shit on Rumble. And I'm doing some searching at night. I'm finding a lot more on Rumble than I used to. But that is my free ad for Rumble. But if you like without ads, check Rumble and see if the people you watch are on Rumble. If they are, maybe that $100 is worth it, because the ads on YouTube are just getting nuts. I've been watching even live streams. I'll be watching gaming live streams or other live streams, and suddenly ad. It's like, right in the middle of something. And even if you're watching a video afterwards, I've watched been nice. I do try to watch some ads for creators. I'll watch a full, 30 seconds, a minute ad. Then it goes back to the video, and less than 3 minutes later, it's trying to throw me to another ad. It's getting stupid. It's almost making network TV look good. Yes, I like Rumble a lot. I'm using it more than ever. I don't have the time yet. I haven't had time to offload a lot of my stuff over there. And I've had live streaming issues over there. But I am setting up, and I've done everything they've talked to me about, and I'm going to try to go back and live stream there and do more, I don't want to use the word, I'm not stealing this, but salty live streams over there. So yeah. But but the way they talk about this, that's a big deal. He said the organization has seen several major outages spanning more than 6 hours on Monday, each having global impact. This took some power to do it, and took some coordination. This is amongst the longest X/Twitter outages we tracked in terms of duration. The pattern is consistent with a denial of service attack targeting X's infrastructure at scale, he added. Here we go. A distributed denial of service DDoS attack. It's like Miles last night was mad at me because I was saying Severus Snape wrong. I'm not the biggest Harry Potter fan, but I should have known better. That was my bad. Thankfully, he's not on here to yell at me for it tonight again. I thought I was going to take away his firstborn child there. A DDoS attack is an attempt to take a website offline by overwhelming it with internet traffic. Yes. That's kind of what I was saying. They can make tons of extra accounts and just slam it all on one at once. And it just overwhelms the systems. And I'm telling you, to overwhelm X and Rumble at once, somebody put some time in. Mr. Musk has previously claimed that the platform has been targeted by DDoS attacks, but these have not been confirmed. Stop acting like the guy's lying. I love this. But these have not been confirmed. What's he got to gain? Nothing. Nothing. Stop it. Also on Monday, Musk called U.S. Senator Mark Kelly, a Democrat from Arizona, a traitor for going to Ukraine over the weekend. Okay, now I have a question. What the fuck does that have to do with the outages and the DDoS attacks? Fine, Musk did that, but that has nothing to do with his story. Not a damn thing. Stop it. But yeah, it was a thing. Yeah, they're saying maybe the group did it was Darkstorm. Dark Storm hacktivist group claims to be behind the DDoS attacks causing multiple X worldwide outages. I like how they're not mentioning the Rumble, but you can find it if you search. Yes, the Rumble thing is part of it. So it's like, yeah. I like how they're still calling it Twitter here, and this is a bleeping computer. So, okay. So, yeah, that's kind of what was going on there. Basically, suppression of freedom of speech. Kind of, but I think it's just an attack on the platform itself. You can take it as suppression of freedom of speech because the people doing it, some are just hackers wanting to just be able to cause chaos or do shit and see if they can do it. But a lot of these people, it's funny how they're only targeting certain sites or groups. So it does seem very political. Like, I don't like your idea, I don't like what you think, so I'm going to take you down. So yeah, I would say attack on free speech, you could definitely say that. So yeah, but there's not a lot more for me to say about it, except that this is a big deal. The fact that I don't know, I'm a dum-dum when it comes to this stuff. But there's got to be some way to there's got to be somebody who can come up with something to insulate against these DDoS attacks. Because you can do this. Whoa. Imagine what full countries can do. Imagine what our cybersecurity people can do to other countries. Imagine what China and those countries can do to us. I mean, whoa, I'm telling you, there's got to be some way to insulate against this. It almost makes you want to keep an old analog phone around. So yeah, it's just woof. But it's a big deal. I mean, you're talking millions and millions of people on X. And a lot of people crap on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people totally shit on it. It's such a crap platform. It's shitty. I wouldn't have cared if it had gone away. And I hear idiots, and I'm sorry, at this one point, I'm going to use some of the big YouTube channel people, because when I think they're being amazing, I'll tell you. When I think they're being idiots, I'll still tell you. So I'm sorry, but I used to hear Tim Pool, hey, X could go away, whatever. But then the asshole always talks. Sorry, Tim, I didn't mean to call you an asshole. Then he's always saying stupid shit about how he uses X so heavily to read news, find things going on, current events, memes. There's other channels that say that I've done this too. They totally crap on it, even though they kind of rely on it. And I've never said it needs to go away, even though it was Twitter and owned before Musk, and it was just totally one-sided. I just wanted it to get fixed. But it just drives me nuts when these people, it can go away. TikTok, same way. It can just go away. But you look how many people actually use TikTok for stuff. TikTok should be fixed. It should be American owned. We can't have a communist party running shit in our country and tweaking algorithms to cause mental problems in our country. And that is exactly what they're doing. If you don't believe me, go look up what TikTok is in China. Go look that up and look what isn't allowed. But look what their algorithm pushes here. See that? So yeah, Jim, it is kind of freedom of speech, but it is also very dangerous. Because what if they can do some real damage on these platforms? There's a lot of people that really, in the digital age, do use this as news. And honestly, it is hard to go back from the day where we used to turn on the TV and aging myself. Actually, I grew up in the country, folks. So I didn't grow up with cables. They wouldn't run it there. Yeah, I was born before when cables around. I had Prime Star as soon as it was available, because I hated having TV out there. But it's the old days. A lot of people, some areas, turn on the TV, you get your 2-3 channels of news when they play news. You know, they play it too much now. And then you had your CNNs and all that stuff. But is that pretty limited? You look at what the internet gives us now. Each platform. Oh, what the heck. Sorry, I'm getting pop-ups on my other screen. Don't like that. But you look what we get, how much news, information, just knowledge we get from X and Rumble and YouTube and you name the Facebook, whatever. Instagram, TikTok. It's crazy. To go back to the 25 years ago would just be horrible. I'll say it would be horrible. I mean, Jesus. I know people with my lung problem or with other health concerns that can't get out and do stuff that, boy, if they lost most of the internet and their X and everything else where they talk to people on forums about health problems and everything else, or even doctors at times. It's decimating. So this is some scary stuff in a way, and it makes you wonder what else they get into. And you can't tell me X and all these companies don't have cybersecurity specialists, and they still get taken by this one. But yeah, that's kind of my chit-chat about that. I just wanted to start off with that, but it's a big deal to pull down these platforms. It just is. So yeah, let me see. Oh, this is what we're going to talk about. Now you get to see my whole two. Don't care. But this is fun. And we're going to go into something a little more that happened at a speech a little recently. But these Democrats, man, oh man. Potty mouth Democrats have put some new fighting words, we can't put in this headline. Yeah, I will say this. You go anywhere now, the left just is, they're so lost. They're reaching. They did the whole video game thing. Choose your fighter. They're all half decrepit. Make me look like I'm an Olympic athlete types. And you can tell most of them never played a video game in their life. The one like actually is pooping. But it was so cringe. Look, fellow kids, I'm young and hip too. That's what they were trying to do. And now they're trying to cuss a lot to try to seem edgy. So yeah. And Jasmine, the ghetto girl, gosh, that is not just my words, YouTube. That is Hodge twins and Officer Tatum. Tatum says she's the most ghetto person in Washington. So I'm just reacting to her. Ghetto is not a racial word, YouTube. And she is very ghetto. When Rep. Jasmine Crockett reacted to President Trump's joint address to Congress on Tuesday evening, profanity leaped effortlessly from her lips. She's ghetto. It's not hard for her. It's actually harder for her not to. It's harder for her to probably not talk with Ebonics. So, yeah. Just a few days earlier, when asked of her message to Elon Musk, she told him to fuck off. Beautiful. I love these people. I love them. Ken Martin, the new chair of the Democratic National Committee, took a more Midwestern approach. Go to hell. I don't know if that's more Midwestern because I grew up in the Midwest. I grew up in redneck land. And let me tell you, colorful metaphors are out there, bud. Go to hell. That's considered you being nice to somebody in the Midwest. So, I don't know. Ghetto Barbie. Ugh. I'm not even sure I want to call that Barbie. She's not a bad-looking girl. Just unfortunately, there ain't nothing upstairs. You grew up in the station, played national anthem, went off for the night. Yeah. Actually, a lot of us did, Jim. That's not that far gone of a thing. There could be some people around 28, 29 that remember that, or 30 that remember that. I mean, like, we'll talk about that in a little bit. If I can remember. I gotta stop doing that laugh, because I heard that laugh of mine. It's kind of high-pitched normal, but man, on the recording online, it sounds horrible. Makes me sound like a chipmunk on helium. A redneck chipmunk on helium. I gotta just not do that. It sounds in person. It sounds horrendous through this thing. Of course, my $19 microphone I bought 7 years ago has seen better days, as has my voice. Democrats are cursing up a storm. Yeah. Sorry. In the earliest weeks of Trump's second term, Democrats have careened from strategy to strategy. Oh, they're bouncing all over. They can't find their footing. Partially that's because Trump is just hitting them from every angle fast. But one unifying thread as they try to invigorate their connection to the American voter has been to reach for profanity. Once again, they think it's going to make them cool. And the bad thing is they don't use it right or consistently all the time. It's like, oh boy. God damn it. Tell me who started that, said Senator John Fetterman of Pennsylvania. Frequent purveyor of profanity. And actually a guy I would give it to a little more. Because like him or not, I think he's a jackass for dressing the way he does in Congress. I love how he gets to break the rules. But he's a little more ghetto redneck, so I can understand him cussing. Cursing is, of course, not new in politics. No, but they're getting pretty F-bomby. Among operatives, principals, and journalists, Greg Gutfeld does throw one in once in a while on the show, which they made a joke about today, how he's the one that cusses. It is a familiar way to broker instant bonhomie. Nice word, guys. I don't see that often. Camaraderie. Happy. Nor is it, oh, we're one of you cool kids. Nor is it new for the Democrat Party, particularly when confronting Trump. Former DNC Chair Tom Perez frequently deployed profanity in 2017 in stump speeches, saying, for example, that Trump didn't give a shit about healthcare. Hey, Trump has even used some cuss words. Everything the Democrats touch or everything DEI goes to shit or dies. He says stuff like that. But the breadth of the swearing is unmistakable. Newly fashionable members of the party in the wilderness who are looking for shortcuts to authenticity to channel voters' rage. And the funny thing is, these are people who you haven't heard cuss. Fetterman, he's new. He's got a mouthy. He cusses. Okay. But a lot of these people are like old. And once you see somebody in Congress for 20, 30 years and they don't talk this way, and now suddenly, fuck this shit, oh, yeah, blah, 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 screw you. It's just coming down talking points. It's just like they all made the exact same speech about Trump's upcoming speech, and it's all verbatim. It's like, come on. Talking points. So that was the Democrat strategy now. Go out, go forth and cuss. Be cool. You got people who just, you can tell they're not used to doing it. It's hilarious. Yeah, so the late Andrew Breitbart once observed, politics, Breitbart observed, you got to do that a little better, is downstream of culture and linguistically speaking, Democrats are up a certain creek. Yeah, so Trump is done. They go into it, but it's just funny that they're starting to cuss so much more. They're dying to be relevant. Faux video game things and cussing up a storm and trying to act they're trying to be cool, and the more they push, the worse it's getting. Yeah. Bless their heart. God, what was that? That was a movie or TV show. Oh, come on. It was some fake, it was, oh, cripes. I can't remember his name, but it was a James Bond movie. One of the Timothy Dalton ones, the evangelist guy. And when Carrie Lowell took back the money, and he goes, hi, she goes, well, I'll be, bless your heart, that guy. Ah, come on. The singer, he played a televangelist. Help me, please. I know with one or two people here it's tough, but, I can't remember his name. Crap. All right, yeah, it's horrible pop culture person there, huh? But yeah, so that's kind of what I was just kind of talk about that shortly. It's just, come on, let it go. I have another question. Women, how do you do anything with your nails like that? We all know you can blow your nose as many times as you want. Sometimes you got to dig a crusty. How do you do it with that? I want to know how you wipe. I know it sounds horrible. You want to know why I do what? How do you do that with those? That seems dangerous. And those are short compared to some of them. Well, I don't know, Jim. I would have agreed with you before I worked on cars for a living. I'm telling you, huh? I've had people whose cars I work on go, dang, you sure talk to yourself a lot while you're working on cars. Is that normal? I go, actually, anybody that has worked on cars for a living for more than 2 years and doesn't talk to themselves while doing it or use a lot of bad words, those are the ones you worry about. You just got to screw loose. So, Jim, I used to agree with you until I worked on cars for a living for 3 decades. Now, there are times where I think potty language has saved my sanity. And other things. So maybe. In times, I agree. The time I agree with you is when you're trying to have a debate with somebody and they fall back on just calling you names or cussing, and that's it. I mean, on Facebook, I do a lot of discussion on Facebook for some reason. I seem to get in some good debating on there. And what happens when I'm talking to the left? And they'll ask for facts, and I'll bring them facts. I'll post links. I'll post articles. I'll show them links to congressional hearings. And what do I get then? Fuck you. Stupid. Go fuck yourself. Oh, you're a moron. You're in a cult. I get stupid shit. So that's when I'd agree with you. When you're actually supposedly having a discussion or a debate and they fall back, yeah, then it's over. That's when you know you've won. Bust a knuckle. It's not just bust a knuckle, Jim. Not bust a knuckle. I'm talking about just the way they're designed, or you're tugging on something with a real big wrench, and you're going, this sumbitch gonna break. So trust me, just designs. Just sometimes you're reading the diagnostics routines on some of these things, and just the way some of the diagnostics work. You're gonna read the PIDs on the scanner. Trust me, there's a lot that's gonna make you cuss. So yeah, when you fix somebody's flat tire, then they come back later and what we call a since you. Well, since you fixed that nail in my tire, now my radio doesn't work. Shut up. And yes, we got a lot of it. Trust me. All right, we're going to head on over here to X. I'm not going to be longest tonight. Now, we're going to start with this one picture just because. Remember back when everybody was talking about Trump? All these guys were just about Trump. And every time they talk about him, about the insurrection, every one of them put erection in there. It was almost getting weird. How so many of them, male and female, John Trump incited the insurrection. Huh? Multiple ones said that. Even the newscasters. Erections, like, man, I'm telling you. Like I said earlier, opening in my stream, I think Democrats are secretly fucking in love with Trump. Remember when you're a little boy? A lot of little boys do this. They'll make fun of a girl they like because we're stupid, we're young. Even some girls do it to about a boy they like. He's stinky, you're stinky. Say stupid crap. I don't know how we thought that was a good idea, but a lot of us did it. And I swear these Democrats are children because I swear they're in love with Trump. They thought he could fix Joe Biden's 4 years of bullshit in a matter of weeks or days. They're upset that he hasn't. Wow. And then this crap. They were always saying erection. So, man, whether they want to admit it or not, they find him attractive and he gives them wood. He even makes the women talk about erections on the left. That's crazy. So, yeah, I just think it's funny. And I was going to play a couple of those. We're going to reiterate. Then we're going to talk about what a rep did today. Mill mouth. No, you try mechanic mouth. Trust me. Walk into an auto shop on the wrong day. There's a reason they don't want customers standing out there. So this is one of them. I found a bunch of them. So let's go talk about some of these.
To incite an erection.
Boom.
Former President Trump incited an erection.
He worked to incite an erection.
There is no comparison to inciting an erection.
Into inciting an erection.
Now, there are a few of these people, just them saying about inciting an erection. But you can look at a few of them and go, you've never had that problem. Or a couple of the guys are going, have you done that? I sense jealousy.
The president has incited an erection.
For inciting the erection.
Incited the erection.
Somebody just incited an erection.
Did incite an erection on the Capitol.
For inciting that deadly erection.
A deadly erection. A deadly erection. That's my favorite. A deadly erection. It's just insane that all these people said the same thing. I'm telling you, subliminally, they have a wood for Trump. I think that what the most their hatred for him is jealousy. They're like that little boy or girl in the schoolyard. You guys stinky feet, your name is stupid, I'll play your pigtails or whatever. That's just what it is, it seems. There's no way they can all keep mixing up insurrection with erection. It's too many. I mean, here's another one.
And I have to, and it's insurrection. Like the nation was not, they didn't like Donald Trump. They said he participated in an erection. And I have to, an insurrection. And I have to say, I got up at 5 this morning to do Casey Hunter.
For her, that has no excuse. Well, I got up at 5 this morning. That's why I mixed up erection with insurrection. Fuck off. You guys have a hard-on for Donald Trump. I'm telling you. God, I hope that's not one of the words you're not supposed to say on YouTube. We'll find out in a second. But yeah, I will say this. For her part, she stayed goddamn stone-faced and did not react. You can tell she's a professional politician. Politicians are good at that. Man, you can You could have a whale fart right in their face. They'll sit there, not even react. But that was good. I got up at 5 a.m. Oh, shut up. Yeah, there's Schumer doing it in Congress. But then you got people like this are hilarious. Sexy Red reveals she wants to have sex with Trump in recent podcast. I like Trump. At first, people didn't fuck with him. They thought he was racist. Now I want to fuck him. We need him back in office. Well, you got him, but still, big sexy. That's something there. It's just funny how so many of them, here's one they did not have in there.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Well, I appreciate the passion from my friend across the aisle and the outrage. I think we're all outraged about many things. But if we're going to talk about outrageous things that have happened or things that have never happened, let's talk about the fact that President Trump incited an erection. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
And
well,
it's even
I appreciate
better.
the passion
best part
from
of this
my
is this.
friend across the aisle
Right
and
here.
the
Listen to her
outrage.
wording.
I think we're all outraged about many things. But if we're going to talk about outrageous things that have
outrageous. Just the wording with this one might make it the best. If we're going to talk about outrageous things, let's talk about Donald Trump giving everybody an erection. I mean, she added extra. The shit she said before. You do not fuck up and call this an erection with saying outrageous things like that.
Have happened or things that have never happened. Let's talk about the fact that
happened?
President Trump incited an erection. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Well, I appreciate the passion from my friend.
I gotta say, I don't know how everybody in the room didn't just break up in loud laughter. Because I would have. I would have. I'd be like, fucking hey, that's funny. Must have lasted more than 4 hours. Jayapal, isn't that what her name is? Some Jayapal. But yeah, it's crazy. Now, even this is even hilarious. This is May 9th, 2024. And this is a little long, but I do like Gutfeld. I mean, but yeah, he just says something, this is kind of funny about the old stripper thing.
Here's some things. I'm going to get into the salacious details. I apologize in advance. I love how Joe Scarborough says he was worrying about what Melania hears. Yeah, right. Save it, you phony. Stormy claims that she blacked out in this tryst with Trump, but she wasn't on any drugs or alcohol. You blacked out without drugs or alcohol. Some of us call that sleeping. Now, it could be that you really blacked out after having sex with Trump, which is a compliment.
Yeah.
Truly, he screwed the brains out of her. Oh, God. That makes him a sex god.
He screwed the brains out of her. Maybe this is why they all got an erection from Trump. They just can't stop. We've been subjected to endless torrent of sexualized MAGA AI images of Trump. Gigs of ironically glistened muzzle tone horse septuagenarian hosted on here. Oh, God. I learned it by watching you. Exactly. They say it all the time. They keep saying weird shit about Trump. Now, I will say, and we're going to go somewhere in a minute with this, but I will say this
he should have voted for it.
This chick here, this is peak liberal loony.
Baby, if you wanted to touch my body, you should have voted for it. Baby, if you wanted to touch my body, you should have voted for it.
Wait, we get to vote? So that was on the ballot? Okay, her body? Yo, I don't know. We're supposed to vote on that? I don't know, whatever. More and more liberals vow not to have sex while Trump is president. Fine. Guess what, liberals? Do it. Go get yourself sterilized. Vow I'm not going to have sex. Fine. Because in 4 years, a lot of you are going to be older and won't be able to have the kids. So you're just breeding yourself out. You're kicking yourself out of the breeding. So guess what? In the next generation, we have even less of you idiots. Less Democrats, less lefties, less liberals, less stupidity. While on the other side, the conservative and far conservative are screwing like rabbits. Which is why you tried to indoctrinate their kids in schools. But fine. Everything you lefties do is just about removing yourself from the gene pool. Okay. Your terms are acceptable. Whatever. I mean, she's not bad looking. She's not amazing, but she's not bad looking. But she's going to remove herself from the gene pool? Okay. But now here's what we're talking about. Here's what we're edging to. This is just recently. I'm going to stop this, bring this up, and this is hilarious. I forgot her full name. It's Representative Maxine. I'll look it up in a second. But this is pretty recent. This is hilarious. Why do these people all sexualize Trump? I'm telling you, it's the same reason lefty women all talk about toxic masculinity, yet they won't stick with their soy boy boyfriends and husbands. When they're soy, they drop them. They even visualize and want and fantasize about these stronger men, the toxic ones. Go look at this shit. The lefties aren't screwing, aren't having kids, are barely even dating. The women who get with their soy boys are with them for a short period and they can't have it. They can't even deal with the soy they say they wanted. They're always sexualizing Trump and other strong men they say they hate. So, but listen to this crap. This
I've been told I have 30 seconds, so I am going to tell you that we do have to. I don't swear in public very well, but we have to fuck Trump.
Okay. Yeah, you heard that. And she's making all these hand movements
fuck
and stuff.
Trump. We have to fuck Trump. Oh, but we have to fuck Trump.
Okay. Okay. Whoopsie. And they're laughing instead of just going, oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, okay, you can say, hey, they have a sense of humor. No, they hate this man, remember? Supposedly they think he's Hitler's Mussolini megamind and then the evil German guy from Raiders of the Lost Ark all mixed into one. So, and the French guy too, Belloc. But yeah, they think it's all mixed into one. But they're always wanting to bone this guy or talking about erections. Freudian slip.
Please don't tell my children that I just did that.
Oh, yeah, so I'm sure your children will never run into it online or any of their friends share it to them on X or TikTok or Instagram. Oh, no, lady, this is out there. Everybody's going to see it. Your kids are going to see it, and your kids are going to So that was your mom. No, I'm leaving home. Don't tell my kids. Shut up. You can tell some of these old Congress people, she's not that old, but a lot of them are so out of touch. Don't tell my kids, tee. Internet. You're on camera and plus internet. I mean, my gosh.
I've been told I don't swear in public very well.
So this is where you decided to start? I don't swear in public very well. So you started with fuck Trump. Okay. Even what you were gonna say was a hell of a start for it. Nice face there. She's got her O face ready. Oh,
but
Trump.
We have to fuck Trump.
I just love that. I'm sorry. That made me laugh my ass off when I saw that today. I was like, are you kidding? Top 10 of ugly? That's a butterface. Yeah, I know what butterface is. Oh my gosh. But I just loved these people. It's hilarious. Everything about them with Trump is sexualized. How do you keep sexualizing everything with Trump? And that's what they're doing. Sorry if my bookmarks aren't as arranged as other people's, but once again, I don't have a staff. I don't have a $20,000 computer system with 5 screens, so, you know. But yeah, it's just weird to me. Erection. Fuck Trump. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Methinks thou dost protest too much. But yeah, something's wrong with these people. Sorry, barking lung syndrome means my lungs are like, in a little bit here, we got to do some breathing treatments, buddy. Now we're going to talk a little bit, we're going to move a little bit to You know, this crap is getting annoying. And I heard, this is not a fresh idea for me, but something I was already thinking. But I've heard a couple pundits today talk about all this Tesla crap. People attacking random Tesla owners like they have anything to do with Trump or a Biden or I have English problems. Don't give me crap about that. Sorry. Like, they act like the average person who bought a Tesla is in love with Elon Musk. Maybe they just like the fucking vehicles. And I thought you greenies were happy if somebody bought an electric friggin' vehicle. So you're gonna screw the environment by burning a Tesla, which puts a ton of crap in the air, or the charging stations. But they're attacking Teslas, not just at dealers, but owned by random people. I played a video last night on my stream where a guy is whacking at a Tesla vehicle as it's driving by, and he's doing it in front of a cop. You can see at the end of the video, right there, he's hitting this truck, and he pulls off just in time, and there's a cop car right there. What the shit? Those cops should have been out grabbing that dude. That should have been the end of that video. But they're attacking random Tesla drivers' vehicles. People are getting their cars shot, burned, beat up, windows broken. I mean, what in the crap? How is that going to get anybody on your side when you fuck up their $70,000 to $100,000 vehicle they just bought? And not everybody that buys these is rich. This may be their biggest thing. Maybe they live in an apartment. I know somebody like that in my area. Lives in not what I'd call a good apartment either. Not an area that I want to live in. But they put all their money into owning a Tesla because they like the damn truck. And now somebody's going to screw it up? Holy crap. Way to get people on your side. Itch. So, yeah, way to go, guys. What in the shit? But this here is just one of them going on.
All right.
Burning
There's
things.
a fleet of Cybertrucks right now.
Me personally, I would still choose the Chevy Silverado EV over one of these. So if anybody is willing to donate me one for the tune of $90,000 to $100,000, I'd be more than happy with you. I think it's a better looking truck. It's more truck-like and actually resembles my Avalanche. Oh, it is an Avalanche. It's an electric Avalanche. Will I go buy an electric out of my pocket? No. Somebody wants to give me one. If I had scads of extra money, or as a relative says, you know, this disposable income, which, I don't have that. Play money, don't have that. But yeah, it's like, I wouldn't mind having one, but burning this crap. Stupid. How is this helping anybody right there?
Seattle fire on the scene.
So you gotta get off the spot.
Breaking news. I'm sorry?
Get off the spot.
All right, you've got dozens of firefighters now putting out flames, trying to put out.
But this has been happening all over the
that'll
country. These are getting attacked and burned.
Here's the firefighters.
They're damaging his stock, which, hey, I'm sure that's part of the plan. How is that helping a damned thing? Now, here is what I was wondering, and then I heard somebody put it to voice today. I can't remember who said it, but I was listening to in my headphones, I was working in the garage, was like, what they're doing is they're intimidating people. It's not about destroying the item. One, it shows how they don't believe their own beliefs about green technology. It's the standard Democrat thing. You better agree with everything we say, every little thing, or else. This is the same thing the BLM and Antifa riots were. This is intimidation. This is showing, you support what Musk is doing? You support Trump? Be careful. Be careful. This is a not veiled threat. And no, YouTube, I'm not calling for violence. These people are committing it. This is a not veiled threat. You better not like this. You better get rid of this thing. Now it's not in. We loved Tesla forever. Now we hate it. So you have to get rid of it. If you have it, it shows who you support. We're not going to like you. We're going to attack you. This is stupid. But this is 100% intimidation. This is attacking people. This is attacking property. So yeah, this is stupid as hell. You can go find tons of videos of dealers getting shot up, getting burned, charging stations, average people who have their Teslas destroyed that they own or have attacks on their vehicles happening. This is intimidation. And I'm scared that we are heading into the warm weather and that this crap's going to ramp up because they're already starting to push the get out in the streets crap again. We can't let Trump get away with this. Trump is Hitler's again. You notice how that's back? They're screaming about fascism and Trump's a king and taking over. Let me help you out, lefties. How many kings do you know who listened to the courts if they wanted to be a dictator? How many dictators sat and, oh crap, the court ruled against me, we'll have to try to appeal? Or when a governor says, well, I'm not following your law. Well, fine, I'll see you in court. How many dictators said that instead of grab that person, arrest them, throw them in the dungeon, and go after anybody else and grab them? Arrest them. Yeah, he's so dictatory that when he loses 40 to 50% of the court cases, he goes, shit. Yeah, that's a real dictator, you fucking dummies. Sorry, that one makes me angry. I put a little extra venom in my bad language here because they're morons. He's a dictator. Every one of you led to think that and spouts that is stupid. Oh, the dictator that follows the court rulings. Even the ones that are illegal, he follows. Yeah, real dictator. He was such a dictator, he didn't squash your riots back in the day when he could have. Using a legal insurrection act, he could have. But he didn't want to because he didn't want to appear as a dictator. Dummies. So that shit just ticks me off, and I agree with what I heard today. This is intimidation. This is starting to tell people, you better toe the line. And that's why I wear this even more. Oh, don't futz with me. You futz with me or my vehicle or something, we're going to have some problems. It is not going to work out well. And people, well, if you're wearing that hat, then you're asking for trouble. If somebody does something, it's on you. No. No, never let that argument happen. It's the person who commits the violence that's the problem. If you can't control yourself, that is the problem. You walk around with a belief or saying stupid shit I don't agree with, I don't go up and punch you or kick your car door in or something. You know? Or take shots at you or whatever. No, because we're not infants in our brains. We can have disagreements and discussion. You don't want to discuss. You want to throw tantrums. Everybody gets a trophy generation style. My mommy said I was always right and special. Like George Carlin said. The word special. Back when George Carlin was seeing this coming. The word special is being used too much. Everybody's special. He's like, fuck that. If everybody's special, then no one is. It ruins the word. People telling their kids they're special. Not everybody's special. Sometimes little Timmy's going to be out there picking his nose and eating his toenails. That's the way it is. Not everybody is special. And I'm sorry, I don't care what mommy and daddy told you. Not everything comes out of your mouth is rainbow unicorn piss. Some of it's just stupid. Some of your shit should never be entertained. You're used to having your way all the time. So yeah. I used to work at a city-owned gym for a long time. Loved it as a second job when I was in college, even after. What had me leave there? When you would have to have a child removed, kicked them out from the building for the night for doing something, the parents coming in and getting in your face. There's this one boy who was, we could see him on the cameras, throwing basketballs up on the running track. I went and warned him multiple times. And he threw the ball up there and hit an 80-year-old woman on that walking that track in the face. We had to call the fire department, ambulances there. She was taken out with a severe concussion. I pulled his card, said, your membership is gone. Get out, get your parents here. When they came in, they started screaming at me. Screaming at me. I go, he almost killed this woman. And then what happens? The director calls me in the office and wants me to apologize to these people and gives this little prick his card back. His membership. I go, he almost killed her. Funny thing is, she ended up suing over that because he was back in there, and not 3 days later, I wasn't working, but the other guy I know was telling me he's up there throwing the ball at the track again, and he pulled his card. He got in trouble too. That was one of the two that got me to leave. This is the bullshit. Democrats think they can do whatever they want. Last one, though, was I'm working there. The lifeguard runs out through the glass door. That normally we don't go through that door, stays locked in the break room there. Well, it's not really the break room. It's where everybody sits and has their snacks and watches their kids swim and stuff. Comes out and She sent the assistant out to go, hey, there's these girls in here. They're throwing balls in people's faces and hurting people. I go out and I finally help the other lifeguard get them out of the pool. And I go, that's it. This little girl's mouthing me. So's her friend. I go, that's it. You're done. Out. Gone. I'm pulling your card. Parents come in screaming at me. And the dad then goes to the window and starts pounding on the glass, screaming and cussing. And he's pointing to the lifeguard. And he's going, bitch, you get out here right now. God damn. Oh, he was going. And I had to physically grab him and go, back the F off. You are not going after my 15, 16-year-old lifeguard. You 40-year-old insane man. He was going to physically go after I believe she was 15 or 16-year-old girl lifeguard. That is insane. What happened? I got called in with not only the director, but the head of Park and Rec was there. And wanted me to apologize. Oh, there was some hot heads going on and you shouldn't. I'm like, dude, it's on camera. He's pounding and threatening to beat up a girl lifeguard. His daughter's POS. It's on camera with her laughing and pushing at me. I mean, what the hell? So I don't know who these people were. They obviously had to hire up, wanted me to apologize. That's stupid. That's the lefty brain. And I left after that. I said, F you. Because they told me I had to apologize or I was lose my job. I go, fuck you. The little girl was smiling the whole time back behind him, too. Oh, that's the lefty brain. That is lefties. That's nuts. That's the only reason I told those stories, because lefties. All right, here is a little bit of more fun. So traumatic to answer an email. How frightening. This is from Kyle Becker. Hey, you expect this. How frightening is it that the owner of X speaks to you directly to say, what did you do last week at work? How do you think that makes federal workers feel? Welcome to the party, pal. I used to say it to my employees. How many people in the private sector, how many people at John Deere, Case IH, trucking companies, you name it, have to answer to their boss? And sometimes, weekly. Hey, did you get these accounts done? Hey, what did you do this week? Hey, were you efficient this week? Can I see your spreadsheets or whatever else? The fact that these government workers are over having to answer a simple question. Did you work today? Did you do some stuff? Did you accomplish anything? My God. The insanity, the arrogance of these workers is nutso. So yeah.
When you wake up
Craziness.
or when you're on your weekend and you get the fork in the road message, or you get the subsequent 5 bullets, hey, what the hell did you do, you lazy federal worker?
That's not what it said. I love how she adds words. All it did was, hey, 5 bullet points on what you did this week. You know what? She's taken more time right here just to walk to this than it would have taken her to answer this. All these cocksuckers could have answered it. Wiener suckers. I don't know which one's banned here. But any one of these people could have answered it in a matter of, my God, I can tell you 5 things I did today. I can tell you 5 things I did last week. Like this, and be done. That's all it took. My gods, how dare you have to answer an email? Holy shit. Oh, how dare, is it maybe? They don't even know, they haven't done 5 things? They're going, shit. I've done 2 things, that's it. All last week, shit. Can I include getting cups of coffee as things I did? That's, anybody that can't answer this should, I'm Beater and Trump, fired instantly. If you are putting up a bitch fit about simply answering to your superiors, your bosses, or to the American people, fuck you, you shouldn't be there. If that is going to throw you into a tizzy, my feels. I had to answer a question. I had to justify my job. Welcome to the world. We all out here have to. Just saying. Yeah, see? Big Dog says so. Yeah, it's just stupidity, the arrogance. And then she adds words. This is asinine.
Bullets. Hey, what the hell did you do, you lazy federal worker?
Show me that email. You can find it, by the way. Go look it up online. It never says that. The fact that they add this. It doesn't say lazy. You lazy bastards are the ones that won't answer it. Anybody that automatically just sat down, oh shit, answered it, I have no problem with you. In fact, hey, good job. Keep working for the American people. But any of you that couldn't answer a simple thing, you're a lazy bastard, you're a piece of shit, and you shouldn't be working for us. Get the fuck out. I'm done with you. We are done with you. That's why what Musk is doing is popular. Even in lefty polls, 54% of the public like this. 54%. That's lefty polling. Imagine what it really is. Yeah.
This week.
And answer it.
How frightening is it that someone on X, the owner of...
Frightening? Frightening? You were frightened by something that says, answer these 5 little questions, and nothing will be thought of it. That's it. You go, okay, I did these 5 things, done. And you would never hear from them again. They'd be going, good job. It's you dummies. You're frightened. Ooh. Fuck off. You should be fired instantly. I'm tired of this.
Speaks to you directly.
It was an email. He didn't walk in. See all the bullshit? You gotta watch how people talk and do things. She's lying openly. He didn't walk in and get in her face. He didn't walk into 100,000 offices and go, what did you do? I'm gonna get you, you lazy ass. That's what she's acting like. That's pretty much what she's saying. It was an email. How was an email getting in your face? Fuck you. Email getting in your face. This is a lefty brain. They see, not sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt. They see words hurt. Words hurt. Words, oh, they hurt me. He sent me an email. It was in my face and assaulted me. Ah! That's what they see. Their little brains. Their mush brain. Their little smooth brains. See that? Words. Ah, hurt me, pain. Show me on the doll where the words touched you. That's what this crap is.
To say, what did you do last week at work? And if you don't answer, I am going to fire you.
Welcome to the private sector.
But even more egregious, the president comes out, the most powerful person in the land, and endorses that message. How do you think that makes federal workers feel?
Well, one, the president is your boss. He is the boss of everybody, every agency under the executive branch. So, how does it make you feel? Who gives a fuck? As Jim has been saying over here, as a mechanic, I had to show basically a progress report every day. No work, no pay. Exactly. And I know what he's talking about, because when I get a car work order, here's what's wrong, you diagnose this, I had to document, and just by doing the research and trying to figure out what's wrong with the vehicle, you list what you found. I did this to diagnose. I did this. ran this test, ran this test. And then you document, by the way, while I was fixing, I zip tied this wiring harness. There's a broken holder. I also noticed they had a nail in her tire. I fixed that. So what a standard auto mechanic can do on one job, list whole shitloads of things, and then do multiple cars a day through a weekly. And then at the end of the week, if somebody goes, so what'd you do this week? Oh, I worked on this stupid timing belt in a Volkswagen. We can do this. So if a mechanic can do it that you lefties like to make fun of, you dumbasses can do it. The fact that she's having a cow about it, either she's stupid or arrogant or both, or just disingenuous for hatred reasons.
When you wake up or when you're on your weekend and you get the fork in the road message, or you get the subsequent 5 bullets, hey, what the hell did you do, you lazy federal worker?
Where'd that come from again? Well, not on there.
How frightening
Show me where it says that. God, I would love to be at this. I have no shits to give. I do not back down. I'd raise my hand. I'm right there. I don't give a fuck. Show me the email where it called you that. And don't say, well, that's what it means. Nope. Show me. And then I would have this discussion, like I described what me and Jim have done. Other people in the private sector do all the time. Answer your progress reports. You do things for your efficiency reports. Jeez Louise, how hard is this?
That someone on X, the owner of X, speaks to you directly.
No, he didn't.
To say, what did you do last week at work? And if you don't answer, I am going to fire you.
How's that hard? Also, he doesn't do the firing, Trump does.
But even more egregious.
Yeah, so, yeah. Well, I've played it, but yeah, she is lying. She's a POS. Everybody that's bitching about this is a POS and deserves to be fired. And yes, I don't care if any of you see this. Come at me. Tell me how any of this is real. How answering a simple 5 little questions. Let me tell you this. All your coworkers that did it, we're all going, thank you. How hard was that? Because your coworkers that answered that instantly said, well, shit, okay, and out the door. I bet a lot of the people who did it never even thought twice. They're like, okay. It's you weenie-willed dummy lefties. Oh my God. I have to justify my job? My government gerb? Come on, stupid. Arrogance. Here, okay. Now this is a quick thing here. This will be quick. And the only reason, I'm not even going to have to watch it. We don't have to watch this. I don't have to subject you. But AOC, it's not just that Trump is corrupt, it's that everyone participating in this is corrupt. Elon is corrupt. Remember, the left loved him. Lefty darling for a long time. Jeff Bezos is corrupt. They loved Bezos. Mark Zuckerberg is corrupt. Really? They really loved him. Why? Because, once again, I've proven my point. You either 100% toe the line all the time on everything for Democrats or else. You're gone. You're gone. They don't want you around. They hate you. Democrat mind is a scary thing. Now we're going to move into a little more funny. You don't have to mess around. But yeah, I'm trying to walk, I don't know, the whole email thing, the fact that they're still talking about it is driving me insane. The sheer arrogance of how dare you ask what I've done? How dare I have to answer my employers? How dare I have to actually be efficient? How dare, dude, if you can't answer a question on 5 things you did in your work week last week, that's just 1 thing per work day. Holy crap. Then you shouldn't be there anyway. What are we paying you for? But here's a lefty brain working at peak efficiency.
No, actually, because fuck y'all. If you voted for Donald motherfucking Trump, you are not a Christian. You have no right to claim that you love God, or you love Jesus, or you love Jesus' word. What you love is systems of control. You love systems of power that allow you to rise to the top and allow the people who you think deserve to be at the top to be at the top.
Translation, she's angry because the left had all the power all this time. All the social media platforms, the ability to riot, burn down half of cities, cause at least $3 actual billion in damage and not face consequences. To be able to walk up and slap people in the face for a hat and rarely get in trouble. Yeah, they had all the power. So don't you talk about power. You're mad because you've lost the power. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to do that.
You love is systems of control. You love systems of power that allow you to rise to the top and allow the people who you think deserve to be at the top to be at the top. You do not believe in what God and Jesus wrote the fucking Bible about.
She's an angry little chihuahua. My Lord. My gosh. I can potty, but I don't do that. My gosh, she's like a cartoon character. She needs at least 5 nose rings. Label her so every man knows, yeah.
You know a goddamn thing. Fuck you. No, actually, fuck y'all. If you voted...
That's peak brain there. Hey, everything was fine when you got to pick the power. When you got to have all the power, that's why they all flipped the fuck out just when they lost X. They had it all. They weren't used to ever having any pushback because they could get everybody taken down. Suddenly they couldn't. That's why they lost their fucking minds. They still had Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all these other sites. They still had YouTube. But still, oh my God, it's horribles. All right. This is dumb. I'm going to apologize. Now, really? Just look at that. Just reading that and looking at the picture. Nope, not today. I am 5'7", 130 pounds, 38, recently divorced. Describe me in one word. How about liar? You are... Maybe next time put both feet on the scale? I don't want to pick on somebody, but don't be posting shit like this. I won't just go out of my way to pick on you. In fact, there's some heavy people at my gym. I would never pick on them because they are there busting their butt. But don't post something this stupid wearing that shirt and expect me to believe your bullshit. You are not 5'7", 130 pounds. Not a chance. And then you wear that shirt. Nope, not today with your reclining. I am not believing it. Not. 5'7", 130. Yeah. Per cheek. Let me help you here. Who do you think she voted for? All right, we're about done here, guys. I was going to keep this around 2 hours. All right. Soy boys, I ain't scared. Denver Antifa. A few of us went to the mountains to train this afternoon. We brought tons of soy lattes. We made sure we had no toxic masculinity with us and no masculinity at all. I may have added that a little bit. We will be ready to punch any nasty that stands in our way. Here we are unmasked. What are you going to do now? Nothing. What are we going to do? Dude. I am a lot older than you, I think, probably. Well, maybe. I don't know. Soy makes you age weird. But I'm sorry. I think I'll be just fine. Not to toot my own horn, but you know what? Let's go. Bring it. Uncover them arms. That noodle arm on the left there. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be so scared. Let's go, noodle boy. He's just making a fist like that. Come on. Forearm muscle. Show a little muscle. There is no tone on this dude. And this guy here can't even stop the movement. Oh my gosh. He's here because he thought it was a dating experience. Oh, what? Boys to men? Yeah, I'm all for it. But come on. The scarf boy down here? Come on. I'm sorry. You deserve to be made fun of sometimes. The soy is strong with this group. Oh my gosh. The soy side of the force. They went to train? What were they training in? Yeah, you know what? I may have bad lungs. I can't run up a mountain like you can. But I can stand here and I'll bet you come up and punch me. Ho, 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 ho. Oh, ho, ho, ho. I don't have to use my lungs. Swing at you. You start something. Don't do that. But what am I going to do? Nothing. Because I look at you and you're not threatening. There is nothing threatening about this picture. Oh, gods. Really. Anybody, if you watch this stream and you get to this point, comment below. Do you find these guys threatening? And I'm going to talk to any of you center, right-leaning girls. Do you look at these guys and go, ooh, quiver in fear, shake in fright, run in terror? Or do you go, right, feminists of the what? Unite? Feminists of the world? Is that what that is? Something there? Unite? This might not even be soy. This might be pure tofu. These are tofu. These are tofurkeys right here. What the shit? That's a what fist? A Palois fist? Ebony? What? Are you taking them gummies? What? Hey, I admit I'm not educated, but I don't know what that is. But I just see that as... I never thought of myself as some alpha male, some super dude. But I'll tell you what, compared to these so-called feminist boys today, the tofurkeys on this picture, oh yeah. Yeah, I want to see them flex. Come on. Show me. Pelosi fist? What? You saying Pelosi fist? But yeah, so that was just... I saw that and I was like, are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? This is just a simple quickie. Do you believe our government used agents like Ray Epps to frame Trump supporters on January 6th? Yes or no? Can you put an F yes? Anybody on the left, explain to me how this guy is on multiple videos through multiple days telling people to go in, actually trying to cause a riot, telling people to trespass, telling people to attack cops, go through barricades, all this crap, never a charge. There are people that just walked in calmly on camera, walked in between the ropes, looked around, you know, even picked up a little trash. Those people got arrested and charged. This asshole got nothing. Fuck you if you're going to tell me that's kosher. That is not. That reeks to high freaking heaven. High heaven. That's my opinion, but it stinks. Something stinks in that. Okay. I am sorry. I was not looking to have a theme tonight. I apologize in advance. But you can already see what's going to go wrong here. It says we need to bring back shame. I agree. This is not fun. Yep, music. Mute. You get the idea. Music. Love it. Nancy Pelosi fist. Okay, so you were trying to say Pelosi. Pelosi. You're saying Pelois. Oh my God. I'm sorry. We shouldn't laugh sometimes, but maybe we should, because I agree with the Post. Post says it's time to bring shame back. Yes. Shame is a good thing. I'm sorry, but it is. Shame is a good thing a lot of times. It used to be we'd laugh at somebody like this openly, make fun of them openly, and that actually put a little shame in them so they would try to do better. Sometimes not wanting to be shamed will drive you. So we need to drive people more. And I'm sorry, most people like this do not have a glandular problem. As a friend of mine who has weight control problems, he says, yeah, I have a glandular problem. I eat too many glands. I can't put the fork down sometimes. And guess what? He finally found a way to lose his weight, keep it off, and he's been doing amazing. But yeah, no. That's insane. That is insane right there. Nuts, nutso. But yeah, that right there is my favorite of the day. My gosh. All right, guys. On that, I'm going to leave you. I've been a little while here. I like to keep it semi-shortish tonight compared to a couple of them. But thank you, Mr. Patterson. To lurkers in the background, thank you very much. Anybody that watches this stream, if you ever got this far, what do you think? Are you intimidated by this amazing group of muscle-bound athletes who were training in the mountains together with the older dude in the middle? I don't want to know what type of training that was, but I got a feeling they call it involves being a power top and a positive bottom. Yes, did on purpose. I would fit in. I'd go undercover. Now I'd have to lose some of the muscle and skin color. Guys, it got pasty. Man, how do you spend so much time outside and not stay, you're not getting any color. Man. All right. Thank you, Jim. Have a good night. Take an extra gummy for me, my friend. I would love to have some of those, but there's a reason I don't. Because there's a certain restriction to do with having certain fishing lures. Don't get caught. Just saying. All right, guys. Have a good night. Good morning. If anybody watches this tomorrow, please comment, are you scared of these people? And if you do see this, go over right here to Sassafras and give them a like for this. All right, guys. Have a good night. I will talk to you tomorrow. I'm planning on doing a stream tomorrow if I can. Hopefully around 4 o'clock U.S. Central Time. We'll see how that works for me, as I got a hell of a day tomorrow. All right, guys. Good night. Have a very good evening. And be careful with the soy side of the force. It isn't strong. I can't do it. I can't.